Today, we're staining a deck to protect its wood even in extreme weather conditions. Benjamin Moore's Arborcoat stains are specifically designed for that. On a deck like this, we're either going to be dealing with new, weathered, or flaking and peeling wood, and there's a process to get each one ready to stain. When working with new or untreated wood, we need to break the mill glaze so that the stain will adhere to the wood. To do that, we're going to use Benjamin Moore Brighten to open it up. Brighten's unique in that it can actually be applied over wet wood, but like any other prep product, Brighten requires scrubbing after application. Then we wash everything with a hose or power washer, and when it's fully dried, 48 hours later, we'll sand the whole thing with an 80 grit sandpaper. Then your wood's ready to go. For weathered wood, we use Benjamin Moore Restore and a stiff brush to remove loose, dead fibers and clean away the dingy gray layer. For a previous stain that's flaking or peeling, we use Benjamin Moore Remove to get rid of the old stain and get down to the healthy wood. After treating our weathered or flaking wood, we'll want to rinse everything down and apply Brighten before we stain. This will help neutralize any wood treatment we've applied and restore the natural color of the wood. Since it takes up to 48 hours for the stain to dry, before we start, let's do a weather check and make sure there's some rain-free days ahead. On a spare piece of lumber, we'll test the color. This lets us preview how the finish will look, which is especially important when using a translucent or semi-transparent stain, since the wood tone will affect the overall color. A brush is ideal for working the stain into the pores of the wood, but for this large area, we're going to use a roller for fast coverage. Then go back with a brush to work the stain in where needed. That's called back brushing, and it's best done with a partner to avoid lap marks. Lap marks are places where the stain dries unevenly, leaving strokes in the final finish. To avoid this, we'll follow the direction of the boards, fully coating a few at a time lengthwise for uniform drying. Lap marks also occur if the stain dries too quickly, so we want to avoid staining in direct sunlight if possible. An important tip is to cover deck areas with drop cloths when we're not working on them. This prevents drips and keeps the deck cool. Now all we have to do is to wait for it to dry completely. We'll want to give it about 48 hours before any heavy foot traffic. All right, let's recap. Clean and prep the wood. The type of wood determines the proper preparation needed. Let the deck dry fully, and then sand your deck before you're ready to stain. Check the weather forecast to make sure there's no rain expected during your project. Test the stain. Make sure you love the stain color. Backbrush after applying the stain with a roller. And finally, let the wood dry completely before you enjoy your newly stained deck. Good luck, and if you have any other projects in mind in the future, be sure to check out our other how-to videos.